Thank you so much for coming on here and saying yes to interview because I know you can help a lot of single moms. I know you can help impact so many lives, and I'm really, really excited to do this interview with you today. So I want to again say thank you so much
No
for,
problem.
for taking the time out to just inspire a lot of single moms. So here at the Alignment Chapter, my name is Raynell Jones. I'm from Pittsburgh, PA. I started the Alignment Chapter because I was a struggling single mom myself.
Mhm.
Born and I had no idea about finances. I was just, living day by day and having a really hard time mentally, financially. And, my mental started declining, because I was a first time mom in college. I wasn't
Mhm.
spending enough time with my daughter because I was working and going to school,
Yeah.
and my utilities would get disconnected and, life was just happening.
Mhm.
And I wanted to create a program that help women stay aligned with their financial goals and
Okay.
stay aligned with their purpose. So this is why I started, the alignment chapter, and this is why I
Gotcha.
started helping so many single moms. So again, thank you so much for coming on.
No problem.
And can you tell everybody who does not know Joy, tell everybody about Joy?
Yeah, sure. So I'm Joy with an I. Last name is Light. I work as a full-time digital journalist for a company here in Atlanta. I'm originally from Detroit. Moved from Detroit almost 6 years ago to finish school. After I had my daughter, I went back and got my associates first because I did have a few college credits to work with after my first attempt at college, right after high school. So I didn't have to start completely over. Um, and I knew I wanted her to go to school. So I couldn't tell her to do that if I didn't finish. So I also knew I wanted to earn more money. And to me, that just seemed like the best way to go about things was to get a degree. So I started with an associate's and then ended up moving to Mississippi, where I finished and obtained my bachelor's degree.
Right. All right. So do you ever like what as far as life goes, I noticed you have your own receipts on your blog.
My own what now?
Your own receipts on your blogs.
Oh, yeah, yeah. The recipes are
Yeah,
good.
yeah, on your own recipes. I
Yeah,
say at the receipts. How
that's
we talk
okay.
here in Pittsburgh, your receipts.
I got it. No, no. A couple people have said that. I'd be like, what did you say?
I noticed you have your own receipts on your blog. What would you say your recipe to keeping the high energies and fun in your home for both you and your child?
Yeah, so I got lucky. And I didn't mention this when I was talking about myself, but I have a daughter. She's 10 now. She just turned 10 this past November. Some days she is 2 and some days she is 15. She don't know what age she want to be. It drives me nuts. I'm like, just pick one. Hopefully
Right.
it'll be 10.
Oh,
Um, but so I have a blog that I run as well. It's joytomorrow.com, where I have recipes and travel and mom advice and my merchandise as well that I sell for moms. Too, as far as recipes for keeping things fun in the house, I got lucky. Me and my kid, we share similar interests.
oh,
So I don't really have to do much to keep the fun. If you ask her, there probably hasn't been much fun lately
oh,
because work has me tied up. Um, but as far as like keeping things fun, we do both enjoy cooking together. We enjoy swimming in the summertime. We both enjoy spending money, clearly, because this one can't seem to go into a store and not ask me for
girl,
nothing, and I can't seem to go into a store and not buy nothing I didn't go in for either.
girl,
So,
I have two girls. I know.
so I think it's genetic. I think it's a girl thing. So I try not to get too upset.
Yes.
9 times out of 10, I'm probably gonna buy it anyways, just because that's just what I do. Um, so yeah, that's how I keep the fun. Is I got pretty lucky. We have a lot of similar interests, so I don't always feel like I have to make her do certain things or vice
Yeah.
versa. We kind of enjoy doing the same things.
Yeah, totally agree. Because I'm like that with my girl. You know, my
Yeah.
girls always want to go shopping. They always
How
say
old are yours?
mine are 11, I'm sorry, 12 and 8.
Okay.
I have a
Okay.
12-year-old and I have an 8-year-old.
The
And
same similarity situations. Yeah.
oh my gosh. I'm like, what do y'all want to do? Can we go to the mall? I said, well, what else is there to do? You know,
Yeah.
and running a nonprofit and getting my girls involved and teaching them how the value is of helping people and
Hmm.
trying to cook. Right before this, I was getting the spaghetti done.
Yeah.
And finishing like doing different stuff. Did y'all do
Yeah.
your homework? Checking things like that. And managing business, your personal life,
Hmm.
self-care, all of that stuff. Because I know you said like you've been so busy with work, like
Yeah.
like do you ever find either business life or motherhood overlapping one another?
Oh, every
um
day.
they,
Every day, all day. So the best way that I try to explain it to people, especially people that aren't parents, because I think we just kind of know, but people that aren't parents, I think the best way to describe it is that we are like a well-oiled machine, right? So the machine is operating perfectly on the outside, everything looks fantastic, but on the inside you've got all of these gears going, right? So
yep,
this one is spinning, it's work. This one's spinning, it's me being a mom. This one's spinning, it's me running a side business.
yes,
But yet everything is still aligned and still going, but every little piece gets added on. But from the outside, people are like, oh my God, you really got your stuff together. How do you do it all? And on the inside, I'm thinking, oh, I got this, I got that. But I'm just keeping everything going, because if one gear stops, everything stops. So I don't really know how else to be except juggling a million things at one time. Because if I drop something, something else is gonna mess up.
something's gonna fall. And I
Mm-hmm.
said that too to myself, because when I started doing multiple things, I had to really appreciate time management. I
Yeah.
had to really say, right now, you're going to do this for this hour. You're going to do
Mm-hmm.
that for this hour. Like, you have to manage. Because if I didn't, I would be so stressed out. And I'm like, where's
Yeah.
the children? Like, that's
Yeah.
how life is. And a lot of people don't understand, like, being a mom and managing a side business, doing your 9 to 5, doing this.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of hats that you wear.
Yeah. And I haven't even added in, like, like doctor's appointments for me, for her,
Oh,
dentist, and then there's my car needs this. I gotta be here. I gotta be there. It's so much. And
yeah.
it does get overwhelming. As far as time management, I guess that's the tough thing too, is because, as they start to grow up, they start getting involved in things, and that becomes part of your schedule too. And it's like now I got to make time for cheer and, and homework. I'm back in fourth grade all over again,
Yeah.
and it's
And they homework a little different.
they do. But guess what? I do it the same way. And if your teacher don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. Here's the same answer. Like, why would y'all try to switch math out of all things?
No, and that's one thing I was saying. I know me helping them with homework and doing all 80 different things that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I try to find some time, like I swear, because I was so busy like packing boxes and shipping some, stuff out
Yeah.
to my mom, helping my kids with work. And then it's just like I literally said to myself, I'm gonna go run some hot water,
Yeah.
I'm gonna light a candle, I'm gonna sit in the tub, I'm gonna lock the door. They better
Mm-hmm.
not bang on the door and ask me for juice, a snack, and nothing.
Yeah.
And I had to literally sit there for an hour and get this back. It's just
Mm-hmm.
all over the place. So how do you put your self-care time into your day-to-day
So it's funny you should say bath, because that's my favorite thing, is to take a bath. And it sounds so simple, but I love it. And honestly, that's probably my best advice for, women or moms rather that are looking for the best ways for self-care because you really don't have a lot of time. And for me, the best way to make sure I'm taking care of myself is to enjoy the small things that bring me joy, right? So to somebody else that might have all the time in the world, a bath is like, okay, what else do you
Yeah.
do? But
For us, it's like,
I wait till she goes to bed. Sometimes bedtime gets moved to a little earlier. I'm still she's at the age where I can be like, just go to bed, and she'll listen. So I'm
and
still
even
taking advantage of that.
sometimes people be thinking like, why is Netflix so thrilling to you? Why is just relaxing on the couch watching TV?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a new candle from Target. Like the smallest things you have to find joy in because for one, you can't change your situation, right? So you have to work with what you have. So if you have a small window of time to yourself, appreciate whatever you can do in that small window of time. So for me, it's a long bath every night. When she gets in the bed, that's when I start drawing my water because that's relaxing for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel the same too, because dealing with their different personalities
Mm-hmm.
on a day, especially my 12-year-old. Sometimes I'm ready to wring her neck
Yeah.
because the tone, I don't want to clean this, I'm tired, I don't want to do this, and it's
Yeah.
just that's one of my struggles that I'm having right now as being a mom. Is just trying to maintain our communication in the best
Mm-hmm.
way
That's
because
a struggle for me too right now. There's a couple struggles actually. That's one of them. It is the constant repeating myself.
mm,
And when I tell you that's my biggest pet peeve in life, like not even being a mom, so that's why this is so hard for me. I hate repeating myself. Like it drives me nuts.
uh,
I said it the first time. Per
yes,
my last email, I'm not gonna say it again. But it's constant. Like I think finally she got it right, cleaning her room, and I had to say it. I feel like
like
I've been saying it
many
for
times.
weeks.
Ugh.
That's not clean. Like I keep saying the same thing. So that's one struggle. But the main struggle, and this has always been a struggle for me, unfortunately, but um, it is being a single mom of a single child, of an only child.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it is a constant draining because she doesn't have any entertainment or anybody else to bother or
Yeah.
talk to, and it's just like I have to make a lot more time for her because it's just us.
Yep.
And that has been difficult, especially the older she gets. She just develops more of a personality, and my daughter's very outgoing, just like I am. She wants to talk all the time. And when I'm done with work, I've been talking all day. I work in communications. Like, I want that break, but then I feel bad because she don't have
Like
nobody else to
guilt,
talk
like,
to.
oh, I feel so good.
Yeah. So that's the biggest struggle. It's not like I can go out and like buy a kid or like, what I'm saying? It's no real solution to that. Yeah. And I don't want to just have one just to have one, of course. Another one, which I do want more kids, but it's not a quick fix type solution. So I think that's why it's such a struggle, because I can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, that's how I felt about my oldest because her younger sister is aggravating to her. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything she does is so aggravating. Like drives me crazy. Get
Yeah,
on
and
my
so
nerves.
then the younger one is
It wants my
more
attention.
time with you. Yeah,
Yes,
right,
like
right.
mommy, like, and then it's just like, oh my gosh. So I think that we share a similar struggle because that's really how I feel. Like, I'm doing so much all day, and then like my 8-year-old is so clingy. Like
Yeah,
she wants to be around me. She's like, thank God she's gone.
mine.
And I'm still getting on her about her chores to do. So it's like the balance in the house is getting there. I
Yeah,
have to. Parenting is what I want single moms to understand there's levels to parenting.
Mm-hmm.
You are not going to be the perfect parent, and you learn something every day in being
Yeah.
a parent because
Yeah.
different situations arise.
Every day is different.
Every day is
Every
different.
day is different. Yeah.
And you learn how to approach things differently. If you did it bad the first time, you kind of learn how to approach it differently
Yeah.
second time. So, like, can you share any pieces of advice for mothers out there and encourage them to pursue their goals and dreams that are small and large, even when they're going through all of this chaos at home with
Yeah.
children in life? Like, what advice can you give some moms who are stuck and they want to pursue their goals?
I think the biggest piece of advice I can give for the ones that feel stuck is that at some point it has to get better, it has to get easier, and it will. I know that there are a lot of times where it just feels like nothing will give and the world is just on your shoulders and you can't take nothing off your plate.
Right.
I promise that there will come a day where everything doesn't feel like it is all on you. And that is whether you find somebody else in your life.
Yep.
Hopefully, I wish that on all my single moms. um, Another one is that the older they get, the more independent they do get too, and it gets a little bit easier. Each stage, of course, like we described earlier, comes with their own struggles and whatnot and challenges, but it does get easier the older that they do get, where you do get a little bit more of that time to yourself.
Right.
So I will say that it feels like it is never ending.
Yep.
And I promise there are going to be some days where it still feels like that, but
Yep.
you're not going to feel like that every day. So if you feel stuck, just know that being stuck is very temporary.
Yep.
Just make sure you are concentrating and focused on what the actual goal is of what you're trying to get accomplished. Mm-hmm. More than likely, it is to, have a successful image to your children, or to provide better for them, whether it be financial or, just being a complete boss for your kids. Yeah. 9 times out of 10, your goals are probably aligned with something that has to do with being a parent anyway. So just stay focused on that and know that, what you're in it for, who are you doing it for, rather. Yeah. The why.
Thank you, Joi. I think that you really touched the inner quietness. You know how moms have silent struggles, and
yeah,
moms is out here that's probably experiencing that silent struggle with parenting.
And I wish and to be honest with you, I wish I was in a space where I could share more about that, because especially with things like social, I think pretty pictures and great videos and things like that come off as people having it all together, or, that they're just winning at life and they're just holding it all together. That's just one picture though,
Picture.
I do try to be very transparent about things when I do post. If I had a camera that followed me all around all the time, that'd be fantastic so people could really see.
You like on the side,
yeah,
right in the corner, and we get it together.
So I wish I could stretch myself a little bit more, to be that person for moms. Unfortunately, I have 20 million things on my plate, so I try to be as open and transparent, as I can, especially when it comes to social. But I wish I could do more. So thankfully, we have people like you with the alignment chapter.
Thank you.
That can reach out to other people and, share stories. And it's so important, because there's a lot of times where, you feel like you're doing things by yourself. And while there's other single moms, it's just different when you hear somebody that shares a similar story.
Yeah, and that's why I said I appreciate you for being so transparent, because a lot of women are going to watch this like, I'm not the only one going through this with one kid, with one daughter. Like,
Yeah.
I thought I was just crazy. Like, I thought I was going nuts.
Yeah.
No, you're not. Trust me, it's a bad silent struggle. It's a power
Yeah.
struggle,
Yeah.
a silent struggle, a whole getting our life together at the
Hmm.
same time when raising beautiful girls.
Yeah,
You
and
know,
there's a lot of stigma, towards single moms too, that, we just all sitting out here on our, I don't know if we can cuss on here, sitting out here on our butts all day and collecting a check from, the government or the
the
baby
statistic
daddy.
factor.
Yeah, like it don't work like that.
It don't work like that.
There's single moms out here that are really doing the damn thing by themselves and are killing it.
They're killing it.
Are killing it. And to be honest with you, I don't know anybody that works harder than a parent, single
No,
or not. I don't know anybody that works harder.
listen,
Yeah.
multitasking is our skill. Okay, we
Yes.
know how to do it very well.
Yeah. I use that on even interviews with jobs. I'm like, dude, first of all, I'm a mom. So what does that tell you?
That tells you enough. I can
My
multitask.
kids are alive and well. I've been doing a fantastic job with that. What does that tell you?
I can multitask my tail off.
Right, like no other.
Ain't no other. And I thank you so much. All y'all moms that watch this, listen to what Joy said.
Yeah.
A lot of the things that she said really hit home with me and made me feel comfortable in my skin and say, I'm having that power struggle in my house too. Like my communication with my, like I'm trying to get some self-care, but then it's a little hard. All of those things, add up to the name or the term woman or single mother.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's what we go through on a day in and day out basis. So I
Yeah.
appreciate you, Joy, for
No problem.
participating in our Black Her series. I can't wait for it to come on and air on our Instagram.